You're watching the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach as the overlapping format continues. Owen Wright and Ricardo Christie have the priority heat in the lineup now as we get started with John Florence and Jadson Andre with a fresh 50 minutes on the clock.
Let's have a look at Jadson's opening ride. Again, these guys are going to give way to Ricardo Christie and Owen Wright, but Jadson off to a quick start, as he always does. Just 6 feet on the face of the wave, roughly, give or take a couple of inches.
Loving this swell that's still building, fading the takeoff there. Jadson Andre sets it up off the top. Mid-face bottom turn and still running down the line. Hard off the bottom, even harder off the top.
Score from him.
Also pots in the heat with Jadson Andre on his second scoring ride.
Yeah, Jaddy looking comfortable, Joe. I mean, in this bigger stuff, he's obviously done a lot of hard work, riding a great board, coming through the inside here, and he got to connect, and there he does that. Nice and critical again from Jadson Andre.
Big section. Florence looking to get started. There's that cool style that we love to watch. Arms so quiet on his side, and then opening up with a huge layback hack.
I'll tell you what, Joe, the crowd are loving it here today. It's been a little bit of a lackluster start to the 2019 campaign for Bells Beach, but it's starting to crank up. That swell has come to play, and we've got some exciting stuff here today. Back that up, John. First wave of his campaign here. Nice little snap off the top, but watch what he does here on the inside. You talk about that classic style of John. We missed so much. Comes off the bottom and really hooks into that maneuver. The crowd are loving the action here this morning, and John starting to light it up. Quite reminiscent of Margaret River a couple of years ago, Joe, where John looked unbeatable. Nice clean surfing here from him, and a healthy mix of a radical turn at the end here, just laying into that layback, extending that front leg, keeping that leg straight, just wheeling down the face of the wave there from John. Just pure feel. Ricardo Christie, I like it. You know, he's reinventing himself, trying to mix it up with the world's best, and you've got to show variety.
Sense approaching. Florence in motion. Nice top turn wrap. Layback. Hack off the top and somehow rides free. There's a lot of room to get sucked and go over the falls on that section, and somehow blew the tail out and remained in control. Andre is going to be in trouble here. Yeah, well, let's have a look at this wave here from John. You know, John, the thing I like about him, his setup work. You know, he doesn't rush things, and he gets himself in the right place at the right time and connects with that lip. So 8.17 on his opening wave, and you hit the nail on the head. This is danger signs for Jadson Andre. Just fighting that lip there. I mean, just throwing the board right up into it. We've seen a lot of guys try that and not be very successful with. The whole world of surfing changed when John Florence performed at Margaret River in big open ocean swell. Featured that Ghost model with John Pizell. This year it's a model called the Shadow that he's worked on.
And then John. What's John got for us? I know he's got something special through this inside. He loves this closeout section. Why? Because he's got turns like this to offer us. Big layback hack in there, and gets back up on his feet. A very difficult thing to do. Kind of unweights it, lets that board trim. Now he starts to set those fins in the face of the wave. Leans that board over on the rail. Eyes out the section. Where's he going to hit it? It's almost vertical. Probably about 11 o'clock. And then jams it all the way around. I mean, that is technique and balance right there. Can't see a thing at the moment. So it's all by feel, Joe. Waiting for that wave to pick him back up, which it does, and stands him back up on the board. So kind of a safe move really for John. Finishing turn absolutely down pat, and also Jadson Andre trying to get himself back into this heat with John. He's got a high wave count, but he's just looking for something special.
Jadson Andre getting this wave against John Florence, trying to create a big upset here, Potts.
Back to the drawing board for Jadson Andre. John Florence driving off the top there. How was that maneuver? Just brought it all the way back around. It's just the master of keeping that rail in the water, Joe. Driving off those fins, building speed from his turns. And up through the lip yet again. I almost killed myself trying to win that heat.
Oh, he'd do whatever it takes. John Florence has a signature layback to start here at the Bells Bowl today. Loves these powerful open ocean conditions. Look at all the drive off the bottom, crushes it again.
My gosh.
Unbelievable lines on that 6'2" Ghost. We missed that kind of surfing. Got a 10-point ride on the way to that trophy. Last of John was fun to watch again.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, this John is starting to find his feet and light it up. He's going to be very, very dangerous if conditions stay the same. I love the fact he just stands there and builds speed as he does it. I mean, that was the 9.5, Joe. He literally didn't move a muscle and picked up speed. I mean, that is a technique that a lot of people find they've got to pump the board and maneuver it and go get it back and forward, rail to rail. Whereas John just stands there, and that's kind of what Bells demands sometimes. Just wait for me to unleash that section. You can see him just waiting for it. A couple little pumps and straight into that turn there. So I think timing is everything here at Bells Beach, and John just showed the fact that don't rush it. Let the wave stand up for you. Let the wave dictate the pace of play.
Andre in motion in the heat with Florence. Gets himself off the bottom, under the lip, somehow hanging on with some control.
Yeah. Very popular young man around Australia.
And some quick words from his coach, former CT Ripper Tommy Whitaker, speeding down the line. A two-time world champ, John Florence, putting everything in that top turn arc. He's loving every bit of this section down the line. He'll step off now.
Yeah, I just kind of figured I'll just wait.
Bells is such a special event. Tell us one of your favorite memories from this place.
I'd still have to say the final with Mick and Kelly. And Kelly did the big air and Mick got a 9.8 and still beat him. So that was a pretty special moment.
He'd surf in boardies on days like this.
35 seconds to go here. And getting a chip in out the back is John Florence. Big section, attacking it off the top on that 6'2" Ghost. Now he'll just wait. All patience, setup work for the two-time world champion. Little whip off the top of that rib. Getting into a pretty meaty section down the line, attacking the lip line there.
Ooh, goes down.
Maybe one of his first falls of the matchup. He was safe and flying into the next round, turning in one of the performances of the season, a 9.5 and an 8.17. Florence will move on into the round of 16 to surf later on today. Jadson Andre out with a 5.67 and a 5.57.